He's a mighty James Spann. He's a mighty good weatherman. He's the man, Rick and Bubba's biggest fan. He's the main weatherman. He's the mighty James Spann.
James Spann, welcome back to the Rick and Bubba Show. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you fine, gentlemen?
Doing. You know what? If we're doing any better, you know what? I'd be shining like new money.
You guys ready for the coldest air so far this season?
Well, James, you scared me yesterday, and they're on
James,
me about it.
I don't know if you were listening. Bubba started group texting us, early evening yesterday and late afternoon, and started terrifying us that something was coming to get us. And but now I will say this, we're our part of the country and really the East, because we certainly want to take care of the whole country, has been pummeled with rain, and it looks like more rain coming again. And then you start talking about cold, and you start talking about moisture, and people are like, "Hey, what's happening?" So, can you kind of give us the layout?
All right, so let's do it. And understand, fellas, we're coming off a big snowstorm from Kansas City and St. Louis over to Washington, D.C. They were buried this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So the next issue is coming up, and let's start with looking at Saturday as the weekend begins.
Here we go, Bubba. Pay attention.
That really cold air is going to start to dive down into the middle and northern states, the central and northern United States. Now, let me just say this. For people in the southeast United States, Saturday is going to be a mild day. Where you guys are, Rick and Bubba, you'll see 60s on Saturday, and you're thinking that we're crazy as a loon for saying it's going to turn cold.
Right.
So Saturday will be mild for the southeastern states, but Sunday the bottom drops out. The coldest air of the season floods the eastern half of the United States on Sunday. They're playing an NFL game in Kansas City on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
At kickoff, the temperature should be 5.
Hey!
That's not a wind chill. That's 5 degrees.
Hey!
Wow.
So, be ready for that. And we're going to see temperatures struggling to get above freezing in cities like Nashville. In fact, I think Nashville stays in the 20s all day Sunday. The wind chill index in Nashville will hover around 0.
It's Music City.
Birmingham, Atlanta, they'll probably stay below freezing all day with a howling north wind. And by Monday morning, that's when it just gets really cold, easily the coldest of the season. In terms of the snow threat with this advance of Arctic air, the main risk of snow, it's going to be in a zone from near Chicago and again St. Louis. Understand St. Louis had a foot of snow here in recent days. They could see maybe 5-6 inches with this one, but the placement's going to be a little farther north. Some of the cities with a big snow this weekend, and this will be mainly Saturday and into Sunday: Chicago, Indianapolis, Detroit, Cleveland, Erie, Buffalo, interior parts of New England. The direct impact for New York City and Boston kind of remains to be seen. That it could go either way. They could see more rain than snow, but whatever. This is going to be a big mess. And again, clearly the coldest air so far this season. And I wanted to mention, fellas, the Northeast and the central United States, that's not the only part of the country with snow. For those that are watching, I'm showing some video of this snow-covered interstate. You guys have any idea where this might be? This was yesterday.
Mobile,
Virginia.
Panama City.
This is Southern California.
Oh, my God.
On the 5. This is north
that's
of
the
Los
5?
Angeles. Now, and understand, this is a mountain pass, okay? This is a high-altitude pass, but that's a big snowstorm for them. They had to shut down the 5 in Southern California yesterday.
And
so
people are stranded. It reminds me of something. I can't think what it was when we were all stranded on the road. I can't remember it, but this is – okay, I won't talk about that. But it does –
coming up on the 5th anniversary of that deal.
I know, but you know what? That's what it looks like. Those people are stranded. They can't go anywhere, can they?
Yeah. Again, this is Southern California, and that was yesterday. So, for people that love winter weather, this is your time of the year. It's happening, man. It is just happening.
So James, when you talk about the snow threat for you hit the ones that are in trouble. So I'm looking at Sunday, and for you said that's when it's going to start roaring in. But I see some forecast in there in different places. I mean, not a huge amount, but you could miss it by 24 hours. I'm seeing some of the southern states have rain forecasts Saturday and Sunday. Is any of that could it get into a weather situation?
We get a little crossover there?
On Sunday if some of that delays by a day or so?
Listen up, Greg.
Where you guys happen to be, the Interstate 20 corridor, I don't think so. And understand, yes, there's going to be snow flurries on Sunday down to probably Memphis and Birmingham and Atlanta, but flurries with no impact. The
Understood.
big impact's going to be north of there. And the other thing we'll have to watch for, could there be some freezing of all the rain we see Saturday? And again, many of these cities will see a lot of rain Saturday in the mild air. Any standing water, could there be some black ice problems? And there could be where there's standing water, because understand, we're going to go to a day Sunday with temperatures below freezing, and then by Monday morning, 10 to 19 for many cities in the deep south, in the teens. And if there's any standing water, there could be some patchy black ice problems Sunday or into Monday morning. But we're going to have just strong north winds, 15 to 30, and that tends to evaporate that moisture pretty quickly. And traditionally, we don't see a big problem with that. So again, for the southern cities, the big issue, it's going to be just really, really cold. And again, for the snow fans, it's going to be a northern runner. And again, Chicago up into northern New England, they're just going to be buried. Somebody up in there might see over a foot.
But boy, that AFC Championship, 5 degrees.
That's when
Kansas
they start.
City
Probably get cold
against the Patriots in 5.
Ice bowl.
You certainly are concerned about the players, but can you imagine going to that game and sitting there?
Oh, I know.
But at least the wind doesn't look to be that bad.
Okay.
Temperatures will be around 5, but the wind should be relatively calm and the sky should be sunny. So could be worse. You could have strong winds and snow falling and all that, but it'll be about 5 degrees with a sunny sky and a fairly calm wind. And I wanted to mention, guys, one more thing while I'm here. I'm a little cranky today.
James,
Oh, no.
It's hype season.
Beware of hype season. Bubby,
just so you scroll through your Facebook feed and you see, a post that's, we're going to have a major ice and snowstorm 2 weeks in advance. You better start making plans now. This is going to be an emergency. It's 2 weeks away. You can't do that. You guys know this. We can't even forecast the weather a week a day in advance with a winter storm sometimes. So
that's right.
If you see a big snow forecast from Uncle Joe's Tot Locker and Weather Page, please don't.
James, thank you very much. Thank you, buddy.
James, thanks.
It's hype season, Bubba. I'm going to send him your group text from last night.
That's right. James is the one that hyped me.
I know.
I don't look at maps.
James said, tap the brakes, Bubba. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.